Hello everyone and welcome to Magical Me. I'm Jamie Mendez and I'm here with my weekly Moonday Oracle Message. This is going to be a reading of Oracle guidance for the week of April 11th, 2022 and for the collective. So the way that this works is all those who find themselves here, these readings are divinely aligned in the sense that when you find yourself here, whether you're watching on replay or whether you're watching on live, it does not matter. These messages are divinely aligned for when you find yourself here in that divine timing. So again, whether you're watching this today live or on the replay, even months from now, there will be a message or something unique that resonates with you in your own life. So before I go into what else I'll be doing here today, just want to give a moment and make sure everyone can hear me okay and that I am connecting well. Hi, Jillian. Welcome, love. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. LB, Shannon, welcome, ladies. Thank you for being here. Make sure I didn't miss anybody. So if all sounds well, then I'm going to go ahead and share it. There's my husband. Where's my phone? Let's see. So how are you all? I'm so happy that you could make it. That wants to load. It just takes its time. Just make sure. Okay. All right, all set. Okay, just want to make sure all is good here. There we go. Hi, Katrina. Welcome. Wow, East Cork, Ireland. Thank you so much for being here. Katrina, welcome. Shannon says, taking in all the awesomeness that has been happening for me this last week. Oh, that's wonderful. It is quite a powerful week, everybody. The alignments that we're having between this week and next week alone, really for the rest of the month, guys, it is huge. So hopefully that'll come up and I'll talk a little bit about that. Hello, Allison. Welcome. So for anybody who is new to my page, let me just go ahead and explain what it is that I'm doing here today. So I'm not doing individualized personal readings. What I am doing is a generalized reading for the collective for the week. So if you are interested in having a personal one-on-one reading with me, you can absolutely message me privately and we can schedule your one-on-one. This is going to be a message for us all and what we most need to know moving into the energy of the week. So it gives us that awareness to embrace the energy, move in divine alignment or flow with the energy versus kind of blindly swimming against the current, if you will. So before I go into the Moonday message, and how I do that, I should say, is utilizing my own intuitive abilities as well as working with oracle cards. But before I do that, I do like to discuss any news and announcements that I have going on. So I'm going to get to that really quickly. Absolutely, Katrina, you are not lying. It is intense. For those of you who have not heard of so Oracles of the Light is my sister business. So if you want to head on over there at some point after this live is done, feel free to give the page a like, kind of go back and forth cross-posting. But the Oracles of the Light, so Karen and I, my other partner, are doing a cosmic oracle group. So this is something that we're offering on a month-to-month basis. So even if the month is partly over, it does not matter. You can still join in. It does cost $33 to join. And what we're doing is every day we post daily oracle guidance for the group. So you can really understand what's going on, not just on a weekly basis here, but on a daily basis, and what you can best work with the energy with that information. Then we do a bi-weekly energy forecast where I discuss any astrological events going on, and I literally am releasing the next one, and everything that's already happened is in the group still, so it's all recorded. So I've just released the energy forecast for this coming week into the rest of the month, and wow, as I said, you're not lying. It is intense. Tomorrow alone, we have the Jupiter-Neptune alignment or conjunction in Pisces. So that in itself is going to be quite a pivotal turning point, but it's being assisted by many other alignments that are happening. Full moon on Saturday here in the Eastern time zone. I'm not sure about everywhere else, but it is on Saturday, and that's full moon in Libra. So if you would like more information on that, you definitely might want to check out the Cosmic Oracle. Give it a try for a month, see if you like it. And then again, there's no obligation to rejoin again in May if it's just not for you. But on top of all that I just said, my partner Karen is a sound therapist. So what she does is combine her gifts of working with solfeggio frequencies, crystal singing bowls, as well as planetary tuning, planetary sound pipes. I never really know what to call them. Planetary sound pipes. So she takes the information that I bring forward in the Cosmic Oracle forecast, and with all the astrological stuff going on, she comes up with a sound attunement to align us with those energies. So for example, like Neptune and Pisces, or Neptune and Jupiter, she would bring in that energy, those sounds, and create a sound clip for us to listen to in our own time. So we do that twice a month in the group. On top of that, we bring forward a cosmic god or goddess. This month, we are working with the cosmic goddess named Eris. So that's exciting. She's going to be bringing forward a message for all of us. And we are also going to be bringing in a light transmission as well as a sound attunement. And everybody who is joining the Cosmic Oracle this month will also receive for free a recording, an audio recording of our in-person galactic sound bath that we're having on this Friday. So you get quite a bit of, magic and information throughout the whole month. And again, that's $33 to join. If you're interested, please feel free to shoot me a message. There's also a group. You can search the group. If you find it, you can do a request to join. It'll prompt you to go ahead and over and send the payment, and then we will go from there. But again, you can always contact me too to help you with that. Okay, so that's one of the bits of magic that we have going on. Hi, Lynette. Welcome. So glad you could make it. Barbara, welcome. Thanks for being here. Make sure I didn't miss anybody. If I did, just shoot me another message so I can see it, because they all get hidden there. So yeah, Libra, definitely going to be impacted by that, but especially if you're also a Libra moon. But even still, the sun is doing quite a bit of stuff right now, and it's really amplifying the energy of that moon, so quite intense. So there is that. That's going on at any time. You can join in at any time. And then again, we'll be offering it. We'll do a kind of send out another group invite when we are doing it for May. This Friday, in person only. If you are interested or in the area of Easton, Pennsylvania or Phillipsburg, New Jersey, Karen and I are hosting at our space, Oracles of the Light, a cosmic sound bath or cosmic sound healing. So obviously we're going to be working with the crystal singing bowls, and we always kind of create this like symphony where we are specific. We're not just playing the bowls. We are strategically playing them. For example, creating an opening and an anchoring of your pillar of light. We are also weaving the Kundalini serpents, the light serpents, through your bodies as we do this. So it is an in-person sound meditation where you literally lay down and relax for 45 minutes to an hour while we bathe you in these these cosmic sounds, not only working with the crystal singing bowls, but we also bring in a guided visual or meditation, as well as a light language transmission that I will be doing to channel and anchor in more of those energies that we're working with. We're specifically working with the full moon, and we will also be doing a full moon ceremony during this as well. And we will be bringing in the energy of Neptune and Jupiter to bring their energies more into alignment with ourselves. And why do we need that when we have, the planets doing their thing themselves? Well, because sometimes the way that the planetary energy hits us all, it does so in a way, like for example, Jupiter or I should say Neptune in itself, it can be wonderful. It could be very the transcendence, if you will, really tapping into the magical, the romantic energy, the dreamy energy. But at the same time, it can be a little bit too indulgent, depending on what you are already having within your own energy field based upon your natal chart. And Jupiter expands everything that it touches. So naturally, you're going to have this. You've got to find the balance. You got to find the groove with these energies. So sometimes it can push us a little bit over the opposite end of that, where it could be a little bit too indulgent in escapism and things like that. So that's why working with their frequencies actually bring in alignment of helping to attune you to exactly what it is that you need. So that's why we do these. We also bathe everybody in beautiful cosmic lights, as we like to bring in that for a little bit of ambiance. We also bring in oracle cards for everybody to set intentions before the sound bath, and then they can pull a card to receive some insight into those intentions as well. So it's quite a fun experience. The community alone is wonderful. If you're interested, that is $33. The event has been created and posted on Oracles of the Light as well as on Magical Me. Okay. If you have any questions about anything, please don't hesitate to reach out. I will tell you that there might be about 4 tickets remaining, if I'm not mistaken. So if you are considering going, I would jump on those tickets as soon as you can. Okay. Almost there, guys. Almost there. Last but not least, I was guided to bring in, with the intensity of everything that's going on, and how we're doing the Cosmic Oracle is very much it's very much collective based. But I was guided to bring something in that was more individually based as well, as far as readings go. So I decided, instead of, for those of you who purchased my 2022 year ahead readings, you received guidance and insight for the entire year, month by month. But for those of you who did not purchase those readings, you have the opportunity to just participate and get your insight with that sort of a reading, but only purchasing a month at a time. So I just opened it up, so I am booking now for the month of May. So what that will be is a private video recorded reading where I will be pulling guidance 4 times, so all in the same video. So you will receive guidance and cards into each of the 4 weeks of the month. Okay, so that is $66. And like I said, it's a monthly outlook. So what you most need to know with the coming energy of the month ahead, and how you can best work with anything that might be going on. So very helpful and insightful. People who bought the year ahead readings absolutely rave about them. They love it. They still get to listen to it all year long. And keep looking back. But even those of you who already bought the year ahead readings, I've had people who have bought those readings and they still come back to me and would like a little bit of additional insight into what they've already listened to or heard about that particular month. And they'll still come back and say, okay, this is going on, but I would really like a little bit more, let's say, insight into the specific situation. And so they'll still come back and purchase a reading. So this would even be a great add-on to that as well. So again, if you're interested, that is going on. I'm offering it for the month of May until about May 11th, and then it kind of won't apply anymore. So, and it's also going to be on a first come, first serve basis. If I get an overwhelming number of people who do sign up for it, there's only so many I will be able to get done for the month. So again, it will be first come, first serve basis until the 11th or as soon as my slots book up. Okay. And I think that's all, everybody, for the news and announcements. All right, let's see. Maria, welcome, gorgeous goddess. Thank you for being here. All right, so with that said, I am going to go ahead and get into the Oracle message for the week. And yeah, I hope that you all have been doing well. I know that these energies for the month of April they've been deep and, really pushing us, through this whole, it feels to me like the womb, like we're being pushed through the womb and literally about to come out on the other side and literally birthed into this new aspect of self. But the messages that have been coming forward in the Cosmic Oracle on a daily basis have just been like telling stories. And it's even for me, as an oracle, and I pull my own cards every day, the messages that we've been seeing and what this is all building up to, or how it's, why it's really occurring, all of these intense alignments we've got, it's just next level. And it really does feel like, even though there's a lot going on in the world right now, it really feels like a pioneering time. It does feel like it's a wonderful time to be alive, if you will. So, hi, Nikki. Welcome and thank you for being here, everybody. Okay, so let's go ahead and get on into it. We're going to create some sacred space, or just bring it on into sacred space. So just everybody, if you can safely kind of take a step out of your surroundings and just bring yourself down back into your own body, back into your awareness, and just close your eyes and just take a nice deep breath in through your nose. And release. And as you release your breath, just try to envision and feel into all the tension in your body. Notice where it is and just allow it to just fall away. Once again, take a nice deep breath in. And release. Feeling yourself relax, releasing all stress and all worry for the moment. All that we have is the present moment. Take another deep breath in. And release. Just feeling your mind now drop down into your heart space. You can just take a moment to place your hand on your heart and just really feel into your heart. All right, and you can open your eyes. And this week I've decided to work with the Fairy Forest Oracle once again by Lucy Cavendish. Just asking for guidance and insight into the coming week ahead of April 11, 2022. What we all most need to know. Nope, thought it was coming out. Ha. All right. Some other ones, but first of all, I'm going to tell you that while I was shuffling, I got a little distracted because I saw this bright flash of blue light the entire time I was shuffling the cards. So, I immediately associate blue light with the first ray of creation. So divine will, divine truth, divine sovereignty, divine power. Obviously, Archangel Michael. So that in itself might be, and everything that happens, the moment that I start on my recordings, the moment that I sit down to do a reading, everything becomes a part of it. So I'm just going to tell you all, just to be mindful, because with that blue energy, the blue ray, This really could be more of an opportunity for us all to step deeper into our truth. That really makes sense with the messages that have been coming forward. I think the last 2 moon days, even with that new moon in Aries, is really an opportunity for us to step deeper into our truth. Speaking up, I know there's some magic going on with the Sun conjunct Eris on, I want to say on the 14th. And Eris, is absolutely facilitating that. She's all about speaking up and speaking out. So that in itself might come into play at some point this week, okay? With that said, the card that we have is a 26, which numerically is an 8. 8 to me is the number of karmic cycles, karmic debt, but it's also that infinite loop, a reminder that we ourselves are infinite, that all within the universe is infinite, and that means that there is no such thing as lack. It's only an illusion. And 8 to me also is about having strength and courage. So because it is associated with the strength card in the major arcana of tarot decks. But the card is the merciful one, and it says compassion, release, relief. I'm totally digging her colors right now, and my earrings look like her wings. So I love, love, love. So right away, this energy, it really, whenever I see this card, I always feel like I get this whole like Kuan Yin energy. And what Kuan Yin, the Ascended Master, Lady Master, Goddess, what she represents is really reminding us of the power of compassion, the power of forgiveness, and not only for others, but this is also sometimes in regards to ourself. The merciful one, and another thing that Kuan Yin does work with is the karmic board on the violet ray. So that in itself is about helping us to clear and heal karmic debts, karmic cycles, and karmic attachments through forgiveness, through the power of compassion and understanding and grace as well. And so this card is it's definitely giving those grace vibes there. So the merciful one. So it does feel to me like this week, with the intensity of all of those alignments that we have going on, it does feel like it's going to be a pivotal point, a massive turning point. But sometimes to get to that point, it's like getting up a mountain. And so you gotta like really push yourself to get up that mountain. So you sometimes have to push yourself through obstacles, through challenge, through things that might feel uncomfortable. And as we leave behind old cycles, because that's really what it feels like, the closing out of doorways. And what I said again about Neptune being a doorway to the higher realms, it's an opportunity that's being presented for us to transcend. So you might be presented with situations where you're being asked to really be the embodiment of love, peace, and grace. And you might be being asked to be merciful and to embody a merciful approach in how you perceive a situation, how you interact with the situation, how you step away from situations. And now here's the thing, guys, when we are asked to be merciful, it isn't solely with others. Sometimes the merciful thing that we can do is to speak up for ourselves, is to put ourselves at ease, to bring ourselves into peace. Because when we hold in those things that have been bothering us or that aren't serving us, and we keep holding on to them, what we're doing is we're like slowly poisoning ourselves. And so the most merciful thing that you could do is to honor yourself and the way that you allow or enable situations in your life, the way that you start to allow and enable your own joy to come through and to put yourself first. So this can apply to many different things depending upon what is going on in your own individual lives. But this is going to be a moment where we can experience as a collective breakthroughs if we first sometimes have to break down something in order for the breakthrough to occur. I am so loving her colors because to me they speak of the magenta energy and the violets and the different hues that are in the color violet, which is all about transmutation and alchemy. So it is providing us the opportunity to heal, transmute situations, but also it is the bridge. And again, so too is Neptune acting as that bridge for all of us to transcend. And Jupiter being the expansive energy, it's going to expand and grow anything it touches. So it's pushing us up and out of what we know and what is comfortable for us. And again, this is, even though some of these things might seem, depending upon what's going on, I mean, sometimes they could initially seem brutal. They can initially seem, especially when not desired, not expected. We could definitely experience things that are going to be like intense. But again, this is like the divine's way, or even if we look at planets as being the, having, the being personalities or energies, this is their way of doing the most merciful thing they can do for us is to say, no more. It's time for you to explore who you really are and what is really meant for you. And the only way that you can do that is by getting bigger, by moving beyond the constricted, the what feels almost like I'm getting this feeling of like suffocating, like what has felt so hindering and blocking. So the merciful approach is to speak true, is to honor you, and to also honor others compassionately by allowing yourself to do what is right for you, but allowing yourself to move through anything that's happening outside of your control. I definitely feel like this is a week where we are asked to not try to control the outcome, not try to control the circumstances around us, because what you're going to do is you're going to make yourself dizzy. And with that energy of Neptune, it really could push us into, again, like I said earlier, the opposite end of the spectrum, which can be, again, escapism. It could be trying to self-medicate in some way, whatever that might be. So really being asked to be mindful of all of that this week in how you deal with situations. And the best way that we can deal with situations is to literally let go, to release them with love and allow them to wash over us, to move through us kind of like a tidal wave. Allow that to flow right through us, and then to open yourself and see now how much room is available for you to grow and for you to receive your birthright and that which has been waiting to show up in your life. So as I said, this is a pivotal turning point. We also have, for those who celebrate, Easter weekend coming up here in the States. So that in itself, symbolically, even taking away the whatever you believe in, because this has nothing to do with religion whatsoever. And I'll just state for the record, everybody, my religion is love. I am non-denominational. All right. So just putting that out there. Now, regarding Easter, the energy of this is resurrection. Whether it has to do with a person, what happened, what didn't happen, none of that matters. What has to matter is the fact that we are embodying the energy collectively of resurrection this week. So what happens in order to be resurrected? A death has to happen first, right? So this is the death of the old, and that's where the merciful release comes in. Letting go with grace and rising above. And I will also say to be mindful of your interactions. Because I feel like we are all being presented with a fork in the road where it does feel like you're going to be tested, initiated, whatever you might want to refer to that as. It's by your own higher self, guys, where old karmic cycles, they need to be wrapped up, they need to be closed. But in order for that to happen, you're going to have to go through the final remnants of it. So, for example, you might come into contact with people from your past that or people that you've been clinging on to or been clinging on to you from the past, or even situations that are repeat cycles coming back around. And you'll be presented with them. And instead of reacting or dealing with these in the same old toxic ways, or even, ways that might be harmful to the self or to others, instead of doing that, this is your opportunity to be grace, to treat the situation and anyone involved with grace. And you can let go and cleanse the cycle and transcend it that way. Okay? So I hope that resonates with everyone. Again, I can't say enough how I'm just totally in love with this card and her crown. You know, to me, it just feels like our own crowning an opportunity to step into a more sovereign version of ourselves through grace and mercy, love and compassion. Forgiveness is up there with that, everybody. Okay? And remember, above all of that gets applied to you first and foremost. Okay? Thank you so much for tuning in, everybody. I am going to be pulling the weekly mudra for us all to work with. For those of you who are unfamiliar with what mudras are, they are incredibly powerful tools that you can do all on your own, utilizing just the magic of your own hands. And they allow us to really help to shift our awareness, our consciousness, clear and open up energetic blocks, both in the physical body as well as in our energy body. And it all is to promote overall wellness. So I will post that. And yeah, I think that's it. All right, everybody, thank you so much for being here. If you have any questions about any of the offerings that we have going on, don't hesitate to reach out to me. Sending you all so much love and magic this week. Take care.